Hi, Miss Command. This is my review on Infinity War. I got my old haircut. My old look is back. Yay! Dang. That's more better. Okay, so the movie opens up with the Asgard ship being attacked by Thanos' crew and Thanos, and slaughtering a bunch of innocent life, including Kendall, which teleports us after gaining a fight with Thanos, the Hulk, to Earth with dark magic. And the Hulk loses the fight with Thanos. And Loki tries killing Thanos and dies. And he pretends like he's going to join Thanos and pledges his allegiance, but then turns around and killing him. And Thor is all torn up about this and ends up with the Guardians of the Galaxy and thinks that Rocket Raccoon is the leader and calls it Rabbit. Calls the raccoon Rabbit. A rabbit. And Hulk turns into Bruce Banner, and with Doctor Strange, where Doctor Strange lives, and just Thanos coming, and the title Avengers Infinity War pops up, and Doctor Strange says, "Who?" And Doctor Strange picks up Tony from jogging with Pepper Potts, and they're back together now. No, they don't explain at all when did that happen. Oh, they're just back together. And he was saying how he had this dream that he had to pee, except he had a son with Pepper Potts. And Pepper says, if you wanted something, you wouldn't have gone in your chest. That. Oh, this is just in case if there's any more monsters in if there's ever invasion. And Doctor Strange says, "Congratulations on the wedding. We need your I need your help, Stark. The fate of the world is at stake." So he runs into Dr. Banner, and I look really good like this. He runs into Dr. Banner and says the world needs the Avengers, and Tony explains the news how the Avengers broke up. And there's a little Beatles joke here, how the Beatles broke up. And he says, "What do you mean, like a band like the Beatles?" Band says, and he says to Tony that it doesn't matter. Thor's gone, and it's the end of the world here. It's the end of the world at stake. It doesn't matter if you have differences. You gotta put them aside right now. So he goes up, so he gets the phone and about to call Steve Rogers. And then something happens, a bunch of wind starts blowing, and he asks Doctor Strange if he's making his hair blow that way, and he's not. So they go outside, see that everyone's running, so they run towards, so that's something, and that something is, aliens, and Banner tries to Hulk up, but it's not working, so he gets teleported by Doctor Strange out of the, out of the way. And Iron Man clicks on the thing in his chest, and his armor comes out. It's nanotech, and it just comes out. It comes out. It's liquid and solid, and Bruce mentions a comment. Where the heck did that come from? So Doctor Strange and Iron Man are fighting. They're both kind of having their asses handed to them. Then Spider-Man saves Iron Man's skin. And Spider-Man was on a bus for a school field trip. But he asked his friend to create a distraction. And so he could suit up as Spider-Man and leave the bus. Because the alien invasion he saw. So he figured he was needed, so he was just in the neighborhood. So they kick ass, and the wizard gets beamed up, and along with Spider-Man gets beamed up, and tells Mr. Stark that he's getting beamed up with the wizard. And Tony Stark sends the Iron Spider's costume to Peter as he's about to pass out from, because he's too high up in the air and going to space, and he says I'm in space, and he's about to pass out, and he gets the Iron Spider suit, and he tells Mr. Stark that it smells like a new car. That was great, kid. And tells Friday to hit the parachute button for Peter so he can go back and be friendly with Spider-Man. Peter hops aboard the ship with Iron Man, and Iron Man says, what the hell is he doing here? And he meets up with also Doctor Strange's cape that got separated from Doctor Strange. And Peter explains how he was going to go downstairs, go back down to Earth because he was about to pass out. So, but the suit is the suit. So technically, you gave me the suit. So technically, this is your fault. And this is my fault. Look, I thought this through. You can't be a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man if there's no neighborhood to save. Okay, yeah, that didn't sound right, but you get what I was saying. So Peter comes up with a plan and says, have you ever seen this movie Aliens? Or this movie called Aliens? and they do a Star Wars reference with this, somehow this alien that's torturing Doctor Strange physically and trying to break him mentally by trying to give him one of the Infinity Stones that's in the eye of Marcano. He doesn't, and has a spell that simple spell for the guy can't get it. And so the only way to get that Infinity Stone which is the Time Stone, which is Doctor Strange undoes the spell, which he doesn't. So Spider-Man and Doctor Strange's cape saves Doctor Strange, and like the alien says, "Your power's so weak compared to mine," and says, "Yeah, but the kid's seen more movies," and he shoots the spaceship, and he goes out of the spaceship. And they free Doctor Strange, and Tony comes up with this idea to go to this planet where they can get the upper hand on Thanos. Doctor Strange agrees to this plan, says he won't let Spider-Man or Iron Man die simply because the universe depends on them not dying. Which is why Spider-Man was one of the ones who got, when Thanos snapped his fingers, Spider-Man turned into dust. Makes sense to me. Anyway, but not putting logic into this. But of course, no one would ever say that. How are you taking this? And so we go to that planet, right to the planet, and they crash land. Spider-Man and Tony crash land the spaceship, while the rest of the Avengers, Steve Rogers, Scarlet Witch, Black Widow, and Vision, and Black Panther, and the rest of people of Wakanda, and the other tribe that joined Wakanda, in the fight of the title of the Black Panther, getting his T'Challa, joining T'Challa's side at the end, who he fought that tribe for the title of the Black Panther. Is there, and also Bruce Banner and the guy that was with Doctor Strange took a portal to guard the Doctor Strange's house, since Doctor Strange is gone. So Banner calls the Steve Rogers, and after this romantic scene with Vision and Scarlet Witch, they see what's happening in New York, and Vision says he's gotta go, and Scarlet Witch tries to tell Vision it might not be a good idea, but that's interrupted when a fight scene happens with Vision and Scarlet Witch fighting these aliens and trying to take the Mind Stone out of Vision. Vision gets really beat up and looks, "Dad, can you not snore when I'm doing this?"
Sorry, Jake. Sorry.
He was snoring.
Sorry.
Dad. I said, I'm sorry. So, this mysterious shadowy figure pops up after a train passes by, and one of the aliens throws the thing throws the spear at this figure, and he catches it, and it's revealed to be Steve Rogers, Captain America. And then the other Avengers, then he fights there along with the other Avengers, Black Widow and Falcon. Falcon show up. And they kick ass, and they beat the aliens, but the aliens take off. Kelly and they go meet up with War Machine, and the War Machine says they all look like crap. He doesn't want me to say. He says they all look like crap. And he says the hotel that they were staying at wasn't exactly 5 stars. And Banner says, well, I think you look great. So they have a romantic reunion with Banner and Romanoff, Black Widow. Black Widow and Dr. Banner have a romantic reunion. It's short but sweet and cute at the same time. So though they come up with a plan to remove Vision's Infinity Stone without killing Vision. So they go to Wakanda. And while Vision's gain is Mind Stone, gain the Mind Stone, remove my Zuri, Thanos' henchman and army is attacking. And Black Panther has this idea to put the shields down, and they fight them all. So on my mark, Wakanda forever, and they all run towards and start fighting. Meanwhile, the Guardians of the Galaxy go after Thanos on this planet, and Thor and Rocket Raccoon and Groot go after this planet to get the stones and get a stone and get a Infinity Stone. One goes at the other planet to get the Infinity Stone. Only one planet has the Infinity Stone, and Thanos gets the Infinity Stone. That Guardians of the Galaxy, the rest of the Guardians of the Galaxy went and got outsmarted and beat by Thanos effortlessly by him actually creating reality with the is it called Reality Stone or Mind Stone? I can't remember. Stone, it lets him reality be whatever he wants it to be. So he turns a couple of the Guardians of the Galaxy, except for Star-Lord, into Slinkies, and Gamora before they went on the mission, tells Star-Lord to kill her if Thanos gets her. So he goes to shoot her after he says he loves her, and he shoots her and bubbles come off the gun. And Thanos says, "I'm impressed by you, boy." And you have my respect. And he just chat points with Gamora to this other planet where he's torturing Nebula, which is Gamora's sister, her stepsister, that she fought in combat with, and she won the combat every time, and because she won the combat in combat every time, Gamora, Thanos torture her and replace every organic part with mechanical. Mechanical means robot, Dad, right?
Oh, yeah.
Mechanical means robot, right?
Yes.
Don't yell at me.
Okay, well, don't get frustrated with me, Jake.
I was asking you.
Okay. Sorry.
Dad's temper tantrum. Sorry for Dad's temper tantrum. He does mean to lose his temper. He just does. So, and the Guardians of the Galaxy meet up with Thor. No, the Guardians of the Galaxy, the rest of the Guardians of the Galaxy, Star-Lord, and Drax, Mantis, meet up with Iron Man, Spider-Man, and Doctor Strange. And Doctor Strange says that his name's Doctor Strange, and Spider-Man says, oh, so we just real fake thing, so my name's Spider-Man then, not Peter. This is so funny guy. So they all get in a fight with each other. Guardians of the Galaxy and the Avengers get in a fight with each other, and thought that they're working with, they each think that we're working with Thanos. Then they can come to the conclusion, neither one come to the answer that neither one of them are working with Thanos. And they sense how they're looking for Gamora, and they're wondering who's Gamora, and anyway, I'm getting confused here. So anyway, they say that they're the Avengers. You're the Avengers, the one that Thor has talked about? So, yeah, Tony Stark announced Peter a Avenger officially in this movie. He announced him a Avenger member. Announced, or is it doubt him Avenger? He made him an Avenger. So, anyway, Thor on this planet makes a new hammer after absorbing the blast. Thor is going to die if he doesn't get the hammer. So Groot makes this, well, it's called Stormbreaker. The new hammer is called Stormbreaker. So Groot makes this handle for Stormbreaker and chops one of his hands, or he chops his hands off after making his hand into a handle. Groot is a tree. You probably even know that if you saw this movie, or if you see my reviews. You probably know that he's a tree. And he's in his teenager years in this. And so and before that, while they were getting to the planet, where a giant troll explains how Thanos forced him to make him a glove to wear all Infinity Stones, and says he would let all the trolls live, and he killed them anyway after he did it, and then he took his hands. And Thor gets a robot eye. He gets a robot eye after having his eye gone in for the Ragnarok. So he gets the eyeball from Rocket Raccoon, which he stole it from someone. So after they made the hammer, Thor, Rocket Raccoon, and Groot teleport to Earth to join the rest of the Avengers in the fight of the big fight. And they're all kicking ass, and Thanos comes to the planet that the Guardians of the Galaxy and the rest of the other half of the Avengers are at. And turns out that was Thanos' home. And he explains how he offered answer a solution to their survival, which is extinction, which is for their population, he offered a solution for his people, to save his people and the earth that he loves so much, which is extinction. A good chunk of the overpopulated alien race on his planet. And he's been saying to everyone that a small, saying wiping out half of the planet. He wanted to wipe out half the planet that his people were on, and to survive. And so his plan is people would survive. And he's been telling everyone